Some days are rough, some days are tough.
Another massive event is on the way this weekend on Sky Sports as Anthony Joshua defends his world heavyweight titles against the undefeated Oleksandr Usyk at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. The Ukrainian is on his way to London today, and we can go live to Luton now, and our reporter Ben Ransom is on the lookout. Ben.
Yeah, we're expecting him to land here into the private terminal behind me at Luton Airport in just over an hour's time. Oleksandr Usyk coming back to the city, London, where he won Olympic gold, just like Anthony Joshua did back in 2012. I'm joined by Spencer Oliver all week as we count down to what promises to be a magnificent night of heavyweight boxing. Spencer, tell us a little bit about Oleksandr Usyk. Obviously, he first shot to prominence in this country with the Olympic gold medal. He then unified the cruiserweight division, and now he's a hard-hitting heavyweight as well.
Absolutely, yeah. As you said, you know, he was the undisputed cruiserweight champion, won the cruiserweight title in his 9th fight. So this guy had like 350 amateur fights, winning 335, boxed in the 2008 Beijing Olympics, didn't medal there, but come back to London, won the London Olympics 2012 with Anthony Joshua. He won it at heavyweight, Joshua wins it at super heavyweight, making history at Tottenham. 2 gold medalists boxing from the same Olympics for the unified world heavyweight titles. This is set to be a cracker, it really is. This is all about Oleksandr Usyk, his slick boxing skills. Can he stay out of the way of Anthony Joshua long enough to make this fight difficult? Because I believe if he gets past the 6th round mark, things could become really difficult for Anthony Joshua, because as we've seen previously with Oleksandr Usyk, we saw it when he knocked out Tony Bellew. We also saw it when he boxed Derek Chisora. Bellew was doing well at the beginning of the fight. He figured him out and then he took him out, and he done the same with Derek Chisora. Chisora was in the fight early, but then he got into his boxing skills and he made it a comfortable win for himself. So Joshua has to go out there and make a statement. I think he's got to use his size, his power, his explosive power, and really stamp his authority on Usyk early. But listen, Usyk's not worried about boxing in other people's backyards. He's done it before. You know, he's done it against Michael Hunter. He boxed in America, Gassiev and Bradis. He done it with as well. Derek Chisora here in England, Tony Bellew as well. So this guy feeds off boxing in the other guy's backyard. Coming in front of 60,000 fans at Tottenham, he will not be intimidated. I think you'll find out, you know, as he arrives here today and we catch up with him, you'll find out what sort of character he's about. He's a crazy guy and he likes being the underdog.
Tell us about, there's 2 sides to Oleksandr Usyk, right? Tell us about Usyk, the cruiserweight, first of all, because since he turned pro, after that long amateur career you spoke about, he was never really troubled, was he, as he dominated that division?
No, he was never troubled at all. You know, he sort of cruised through the division. As I said, won the world title in his 9th fight. With that record was previously held by Evander Holyfield, who was another great cruiserweight who went up to heavyweight and dominated on the heavyweight scene. So, you know, he's done everything he could do at cruiserweight, undisputed cruiserweight champion, stepped up, hasn't looked particularly great as a heavyweight against Chaz Witherspoon in his debut, didn't look particularly great, didn't really impress against Derek Chisora either, but he's had time now to develop into a heavyweight. I think he's weighing around 16.5 stone. Speaking to Anthony Joshua's team earlier in the week, they said he's going to come in probably a career lightest, around 17 stone, so there's not going to be much of a weight difference when they step through those ropes. The questions are, will that extra weight slow Usyk down, or will it make him a better fighter? You know, Anthony Joshua, I know, will be more explosive. There's a lot of ifs, buts and maybes surrounding this fight. You know, there's a lot of us that we've all got our ideas on how the fight's going to go, but none of us really know until that first bell rings, because Oleksandr Usyk as a cruiserweight was untouchable. Can he do the same at heavyweight? That's what remains to be seen.
It certainly does, and that's the question we're going to be asking for the next few days here as we get ready for what is going to be a really exciting night of heavyweight boxing at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. That comes on Saturday. Plenty more, though, to come between now and then. We've got the open workouts, the press conference, the weigh-in. But first and foremost, we have to get Oleksandr Usyk on the ground here in England. He's in the air now. He'll be landing in the next hour. And I promise you, the first people to speak to him when he is in England will be Sky Sports News.
What a treat for him. Thank you, Ben and Spencer, for now.